Like the whole window, or let me see if I take it off, see if it does anything for you. Oh, okay. Okay. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine with me. Whatever helps it run. Yeah. I don't blame you. I need about 87 million after today. I made it through one corner today. Yep. And then I got taken out by Edge. Well, he forced me wide, and I obviously had nowhere to go, so there was a wall, so I spun, and then I call it in P3 at the time, so there are 17 cars coming through. And I got hit about 3 times, and then the last time someone just, I don't know, whoever was way in the back just plowed right through me. So it was not a fun day at all. Could be an absolute horror show of a race. based on all of the things that happens, freaking and throughout social races and all of the races today, so I don't know how this is going to go. Yeah. And there's safety cars, and no one gives anyone any room, so.
Right then.
We have Gary's in. We're at 16.
Jim, do me a favor and put your camera back on. We might be okay. I can now see my. That's incredible.
You see it?
That's fixed without even trying to fix it. It has been fixed. So, Jim, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Happy Moose Day to you, sir.
Happy Moose Day, friends. We will be on shortly here.
Drew Lassard said he's going to join and then invite Rampage.
Okay, Rampage is in.
Rampage is in. So get yourself in, Drew.
Freddie is in.
Right.
We are missing. All right. Where's Drew? He said he was here. Now he's not here. What is going on?
Drew, are you actually racing, Drew? Or are you just getting in to invite somebody in? That is the major question that we need answering at present. Right, let's have a quick look. So we're at Zandvoort as per the IRL race. So let's have a quick look to see what we've got in terms of Zandvoort then. Here is your scenic cam, the Formula One Dutch Grand Prix 2023, just north of Amsterdam in the sand dunes. As you can see there on that scenic camera. It is a 4.2 kilometer track. There are 14 turns. It's actually one of my favourite tracks, Zandvoort. I do enjoy it. It's got a combination of tight, twisty section, and of course we do have the certainly into Sector 3 where we've got some of the slightly more open runoff areas as well with some of those fast corners. So it's one of my favourite tracks. One of you don't particularly like it, Jim?
Well, I don't like it after what happened to me today at it, but normally it's a fun track. I think it flows very well. Problem is, if you have any inkling of poor driving or anyone trying to force themselves anywhere, the track is just not wide enough, and there will be carnage.
Yeah. You can barely get too wide. In Sector 1, after the hairpin turn, Sector 1, that very quick twisty section that leads to those two right-handers in the middle of Sector 2. If you try going too wide there, it's dangerous. Never mind 3 wide, which I'm pretty sure we'll probably see a little bit of that later on in the evening.
I think we shall. We are almost up. I have 17 drivers, so we are
Excellent. Well, guys, let's have a quick look then. We've got some standings available, so I'm just get rid of the team standings for a minute. So this championship is alive and well. It is nip and tuck, nail-biting, thrilling occasion. We've currently got Stig, last week's winner, out in front on 77 points. He's followed only 7 points behind by Happy Like Pie in the Alfa Romeo, 69 points. We've then got Beamer, who's claimed a full-time seat this evening. If I can see him. Is Beamer in yet?
He is not. He's just in. He just signed in.
Excellent. He is in. So that's your top 3 in the title. 15 points separating them. We've then got the 2 Aston Martins in Kermit, who was unfortunate last week. J-Joe, a.k.a. Mr. Saturday, also 60 points in 4th and 5th. And then 6th, Drew Lassard on 58 points. We've then got a bit of a gap back to Gary, who did well last week. He's on 33 in that Williams. From a team perspective, it means that Alfa Romeo are out in front on 141 points with Aston Martin on 138 and 133 McLaren. So again, those top 3 teams really doing the damage when it comes to grasping points from this tier. The Constructors is alive and well. The Drivers' Championship is categorically alive and well. 6 different people can win it with 3 races left to go, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the tiers where we've talked about all season. There are so many close drivers throughout the entire, we've had throughout the entire season. Like, we've seen it in qualifying sessions where, 7/10 could be difference between pole and, I don't know, 10, 11, 12. Way down there in the double digits. So, I mean, there's plenty of quick drivers we have here. So, I think we're missing 2 currently. But I think other than that, I see rain. I see rain
Oh, you
already.
see rain already, do you? Okay. Cheers. Thanks, Toby. Okay, so just before, good grief, there is rain. There is rain at Zandvoort. We didn't need a weatherman this time. So just as Connie gets underway, then we'll skip to the track and the drivers shortly. They will no doubt be scurrying around in the garages, trying to understand what the heck they're going to do with their setups, and when this rain is going to ease off. In terms of the race notes, a couple of little interesting facts. Certainly one interesting fact, that Zandvoort was used as a track in Formula One many, many moons ago, back up until 1985, when the firm that ran the Formula One in Holland actually went bankrupt, and they stopped using it from 1985, not 2085, all the way through to 2020 when we saw it make a return. Beamer, it's his first race as a full-time driver. As we said earlier on, there's 19 points covering the top 6 drivers. We could have put any of them into the drivers to watch. I've gone for Kermit, Stig, and Beamer. That's my cursed trio for this week. Who'd you fancy, Jim, in this one?
Obviously those guys are very, very worthy of the drivers to watch. But I mean, we have Simon Colston in this week, who has speed. Capacci had a great race last week, had himself on the podium as well. So I know he's not up there in the, I know he's not up there in the, top of the standings, but he's another guy that, maybe has had some hard luck early in the season, but looking to turn it around now. So we'll see.
Jim.
Yeah. Hello. What do you do? I'm upside down. Upside down.
See if I can. There we go. We sorted it. We sorted.
All right. Good to go.
Good Lord. Boogs, the Tier 2 weatherman Boogs, has suggested that it's going to be a dry race.
Dry race. That is interesting.
We
so we'll
late,
see.
We have a late reserving as well. I do believe I've just seen City of R join.
I believe Com needs an invite as well. Let me see if I am somewhere. I'm sure I do.
Now, we've got some people going out on soft tyres. It's a little bit wet to me. So Semtex has just gone out on some softs. He's going to try and throw a lap down. I think he's going to come round and dip into the pits, because it does look as though the rain is collecting on the track. Inters might be the way forward. We do have 5 drivers currently throwing inters on. Just test and see what Semtex does. Giants fan, good evening. Meow Slayer, JJ, Kermit, and Merc. Better, says Meow Slayer. Rampage, how you doing? Dry quality in 10 minutes, says Rampage. We're going to have people waiting it out.
Yeah, I would say, especially with a dry race, I would expect to see maybe some people, drive around on the inters a couple laps and just set a time, and then I expect to see some soft tires saved.
We've got 3 guys out on the soft tires running hot laps right now.
Both of my Haas guys are out there on soft tires. I don't know.
There you go.
Maybe we're just taking a couple chances here. I don't know what's going on, but I wonder what we'll see. I wonder if we'll see anyone run a wetter setup for not like a true wet setup, but a little bit higher downforce in qualifying to try and get themselves up the grid in a better qualifying position, because I feel like in the middle you can kind of get a little, smushed.
Bunched up and in trouble.
Yeah. So if you're, with it being wet, maybe give yourself a bit of an advantage.
Semtex going to cross the line then. He has set us a 16.8. Here come the 2 Haas. Jacobson with a 16.9. Lansharky's dipped into the pits, actually. He's abandoned his lap. Got a Red Bull about to cross the line. That's Fatweed. On the inters, 1.4 seconds quicker.
So slightly quicker on the inters right now. But like I said, if it were me, I probably would have went out on inters, even if it's going to be changing over later, because maybe you want to save yourself a set of softs here. Because, there's going to be safety cars, so, maybe a late race safety car, you can throw on some softs. Syntax is going wide to let everyone through. But that probably would have been my idea, suggestion. There's brake boards all over the track in the middle of Sector 2, so I don't know who was out there exploring, but...
Boogs was definitely exploring areas of the track that don't require cars. Gary, good evening. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Gibbsy?
He said
it was Semtex.
Everyone.
Right then, who's just set a lap out? Boogs with a 1:40. Right, I need to...
Now, I believe he's going to go fastest, so he's got a 1:14.8, which is 2 seconds faster than Semtex on those inters. So, inters are most definitely the faster tire right now.
Yeah, Freddie's coming around on a set of softs. So the quickest soft time at the minute is a 16.8. He's gone way slow. That's an 18.2.
Yeah.
It's Merck coming down. Merck about to cross the line. 15.3 to go second fastest.
Yep. Just coming across the line. Nope, he's bad. That was
Gary.
Gary. Too many blue. We gotta talk to EA and change some of these blues to different colors so I can tell the difference.
Oh, you know what? They're horrific at that, though. They are horrific. Chili Willy sets the fastest time. No, he doesn't. Sorry, Fatweed. No, Fatweed wasn't on softs, was he? Fatweed set his time on inters.
He set his time on inters and switched the softs in the pits. So
yeah, Chili Willy set a 16.1, so he's the quickest of the soft times so far.
I think I'm just set a lap for a 15.7, so he is now the fastest of the soft.
Yes. Beamer 15.8.
So I think right now, I believe everyone's just sitting in the pits, kind of waiting out the rain. I would assume if it's going to be slowing down.
Yeah, Technic Speedy with a 1:15.3 on the soft tire.
So they are getting quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, thought I just saw someone spin. Who was it? Thought I saw someone sideways. Oh, I'm lying.
Gary is on the soft tire. Gary's about to start his lap, mate. You're on board with Gary.
Comes in turn 1, takes a nice... Did he just finish? Or is he good? I think he just finished.
Really? Oh, yeah, he did, yeah.
I only got 25% ERS, so he's
good observational skills from myself. Lansharky is start. There you go, Lansharky.
He's starting now.
Yes.
All right. You want to try and hug that curb as much as you can without getting on it on the inside there, because if you do, you're easily going around. I feel like that can be said about most curbs here. Want to carry as much speed down this little mini curvy short straight, the end of sector 1, to carry as much speed as you can. Taps the brake a little bit, probably because of the rain. Stays in 7th. You can take that. You can really just lift off there. I'm seeing some drops on the track now, so I don't know if the rain is getting a little bit harder, but
yeah, seems a little bit too greasy to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's running a good lap right now. He's staying in it full throttle. That's a purple sector 2, supposedly. Don't know if that's correct or not, but I am seeing some drops on the track, so it looks a little bit more wet than it was. It was a little wide, but stays on the track. He'll come around. It's going to probably be a 1:15 something, it looks like.
Yeah, 1:15.3.
Oh.
200 slower than Technic Speedy. Okay, good evening, Zoika. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Happy boost day to you too. Right, who we got? We've got a Mercedes Beamer. He's
Right
into
now,
the pits.
everyone's just sitting around, I think.
Yeah, into the pits comes Simon.
Kind of too, I don't know how to, like, based on looking at the track, it looks much wetter than it was before, but we're seeing some soft guys run quicker laps, so I really don't know. I mean, Kermit set his lap of a 14.8 on the inters, so
yeah,
don't know what the disparate the difference is here between the tires. Mark and Beamer are still sitting on inters in the pits, but everyone else seems to be going soft. So maybe it's just one of those things where the track is...
Oh, Gary, held up by the Ferrari. That Com, is it? No, it isn't. It's Rampage. Rampage held him up. Caught in 4K.
Yep, that is unfortunate right there.
Impeding.
Yep.
Yeah, Gary just gone a little bit quicker as well. Gary gone down to a 16 flat.
He's out there just driving around right now. He's got 3 laps on those, so maybe he's just doing some laps. Because I don't see any rain on the cameras.
No, there's no rain on the camera, and I don't see any water on the track either.
Nope. Definitely drying up for sure. Jacobson may have timed it perfectly here, as he's coming around to start his lap, and he will probably be the first one to take a full lap without any rain.
Who's that, sorry?
MB Jacobson, just starting his lap right now.
Go. Okay.
Into the big old banked hairpin. Carry a bunch of speed out of there. I'd like to see guys just blip off the throttle a little bit coming into the start of Sector 2 here. Just like that. A downshift. I see some guys downshift, some guys stay in 7th. But however you do it, I just like to... If you tap the brakes, you just lose so much speed you want to. And if you take very wide exits in through these corners here, you can get on the throttle really early and not spin yourself out. So Jacobson is 3 seconds up on his time. We're going to start seeing these times drop.
Oh, yeah. City of Art, 11.9, the late reserve in the AlphaTauri. 12.1 for Epic, yeah.
So I think we're going to see some pretty quick times start coming up. Com's a 1:11.3. Jacobson comes across with a 1:11.9. He's good for P2. So I'm thinking track is not completely dry yet, but it's definitely a lot better than it was at the beginning.
Semtex goes second fastest, 11.4 for him. We've got a Ferrari coming round. This will be Rampage.
Let's see what lap time he can set. He goes a 1:11.5. That's good for 3rd.
Good showing from the Ferrari so far. Zohan, good evening. Hope you're doing very well. Gary gifting a membership.
Gary was gifted a membership by
Zohan.
Thank you, Mr. Zohan, for that.
Zohan, yeah.
Any way we can grow the pit crew, we love it. For sure. As Kermit goes a 1:10.7, Merck goes a 1:10.7 as well. So we're seeing these times drop rapidly here. Land Sharky is just set a purple sector 1, so he's flying now too. Oh, as he goes really wide. It looked like the actual race today. He just took the escape road and was full.
I thought Beamer was going to run into Freddie Rozelle. A 1:10.5. Are we going to get into the 1 minute 9s?
I believe, well, with a full dry track, I expect these guys to be in the 108s. But I don't know I don't know how close the track is to fully dry. It still looks pretty cloudy, so I don't know how, there's no rain, but I don't know if it's completely dry yet. But
Simon Colston goes fastest with a 1 minute 10.4.
Yeah, I believe this is going to be last one out scenario here. I believe there's a 109.6 from Stig, so I believe it's going to be the last guy to start their lap is going to have the best best shot at pole here today.
Yeah, that's the championship leader leading the way in qualification at Zandvoort then. Tier 2. It's Moose Racing League, everybody. If you're sat here watching this unfold during qualification as we reach the 4 minutes to go mark, please ensure you hit that like button as Capacci now takes provisional pole with a 1 minute 9 seconds, 0.3. 3/10 down. Now there's some bigger gaps forming, Jim. Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think that's going to close up quite substantially in the last 2-3 minutes here.
Yeah. Got Chili, I believe, who is on a lap. I believe Chili is on a lap, so he's coming around to set a time here. He should be much quicker. Looks like he's running out of ERS though, but be a little shy on ERS, so he's a 110.2, and he was at 8% ERS towards the end of the lap there, so he lost a little bit of time. He's going to try and fly around, I think, and get back into the pits, put on another set of those softs, because he hadn't really put any laps in yet. Got Gary sitting at the back, Fat Weed sitting at the back, with all these guys still haven't put any laps in after their first wet laps, so...
Yeah, Fat Weed and Semtex.
See everyone start strolling out of the pits here pretty soon. What do we got? We got 2:45 left. I'm expecting the stream of cars to start coming out as we speak.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
There's a Ferrari just as I say that. Ferrari out of the pits. And there's looks like that is a Red Bull.
Williams.
Fat Weed is out. Who is that? Gary is out.
Right, Semtex is on his lap then, down
Jacobson
into turn 1.
He's on his way out.
I think everybody's going to be flooding out of the pits. This might be a good opportunity here for Semtex because there's now no traffic. This is his one shot. He's not going to get another shot unless he gets held up by the car in front of him, which I think is a Williams.
I believe that is Gary.
Yeah.
I believe that is Gary, yep. We did set up purple sector 1, which I would expect. The track is the fastest it has been all session, so.
Yeah. Dylan, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Yellow flags in sector 1 due to that traffic.
Yep. I think Semtex may have timed it for his lap perfectly. Here,
yeah, it's a 48.4 at the end of sector 2. That's pretty good.
So I just think the only thing we're going to have here is we're going to have a bunch of cars trying to set laps at the end, and it's just going to be a bunch of traffic. If someone pushes a little too hard and spins, could ruin it for everyone behind.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Semtex does here. A 109.6 puts him on the front row with his teammate. So right now we have an Alpine 1-2.
Alpine 1-2. Where's that Haas machine? MB Jacobson crossing the line now. He's starting up a fresh lap. We've got is it Stig? Stig and Merck. He's about to start a new lap. I don't know actually who's on a lap at present.
It looks like Jacobson, and then Fatweed, and then Stig, and then Gary, maybe?
Yeah, Gary's in front of MB Jacobson.
Okay, so it's Gary first, I believe.
Oh, Fatweed, actually. No, Fatweed dives into the pits. Fatweed was 4.5 seconds up, and he's thrown it into the pits. So, obviously, something went wrong in Sector 3. He was 4.5 seconds up. 5 seconds up Gary right now. Fatweed's retired.
In the pits, so he's good. But Gary, we've got a bunch of cars coming around. I don't know if they're going to be starting laps here, though. It looks like. Anyone? Com was on a lap. That was it. A 108.9.
108.9 and 109.6 for Gary.
That's P5 for right now. I expect to see some. Jacobson goes on 109.6 as well. Goes up to P3.
Here comes Merck. Merck second fastest. He's on the front row.
Just barely misses out on Com there. Stig comes across the line and goes on 108.9 the other way.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 100 covers top 3.
Yep. And Bieber goes just barely faster with a... Oh, my word.
And there's Kermit.
Thanks to... Man. What a last 25 seconds of qualifying this has been.
That's incredible. Here comes Capacci. Capacci, what can he do? He's 7/10 up, Capacci.
He goes on 108.7.
Oh, my God.
Well, I think the track was just dry enough there. I think that'll do it, unless City of R is on a lap. He goes on 109. Bumps himself up to P12, and I believe that'll do it.
That will do it, because Gary's out of ERS. He's on his way back round. What
Yep.
I think that's the best qualification session we've had all season.
That was they waited until the very end like they typically do, but that was definitely a case of the last guy on the track was the most beneficial right there, because we had all those guys set 108.9s, and then Freddie, Kermit, and Capacci were just a tiny bit later than all of those guys, and
for sure.
they ended up going 108.7, so they maybe got just a bit extra from the track being just a little bit drier.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what happened, Fatweed, but we saw you duck in there to the pits. Hope everything
You look like you were plenty up there, Fatweed, and then it was into the pits. Right, then your top 10, it's Kermit Attacks on pole. Joining him on the front row is going to be Freddie Rosell in the Alfa Romeo. Second row, it's Capacci and Beamer in the Alpine and Mercedes, respectively, with TRL Stig and Com45 in P5 and 6. 7 and 8, it's Merck and Technic Speedy. Rounding out that top 10 is Land Sharky in the Haas. Simon Colston will be starting in P10 in the Williams. It's Fatweed said he was getting blocked. What we spoke about, Jim, in that hefty traffic as you start that final push, the final shootout.
With everyone coming out at the same exact time, it just causes a big backup way. I mean, we see it in real F1, you know? Everyone's trying to come out that last lap, and there's just traffic everywhere, and if everyone's a bit out of cycle, then all it takes is one person to be out of cycle, and then there's just traffic everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and especially a track like this that's so narrow, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, if you time it poorly, there's just nowhere to go, nowhere to hide almost.
No.
When it comes to getting out of position. We saw that with Rampage in the Ferrari was blocking Gary earlier on. And Fatweed's obviously been blocked as well. The stewards, no doubt, will have a look at those incidents at the end of the week.
That we will, I'm sure of it.
Which reminds me, actually, let's just have a quick look to see if there's any pending penalties for...
I didn't update the list this week, but I don't think there were too many.
Hey, we're away. 5 red lights then. And it's showtime in Tier 2 at Zandvoort then. Kermit gets away beautifully. There's a nice 2-3-way tussle for the top spots, though. As round the corner, it's Alpine and Mercedes side by side. It's Beamer that comes out. It's Capacci that comes out on top there. He takes P3 over Beamer in P4. Merck and Stig, the two McLarens, very close to each other, side by side. Careful, McLarens, careful.
I think looking all the way back to someone's off. Who's that? It's Capacci is off. I don't know if he was forced off or if I don't see any wing damage on him, so I think he may have just gone a little wide there.
It was a great move by Freddie to take the lead of the race, by the way, as well. As Capacci went off, Freddie Rosell went round the outside of Kermit.
Let's take a peek at some tire strats here. We've got a whole host of differences. We got Semtex and Fatweed together in the back. Semtex is definitely missing an end plate. A little bit of carnage here on lap 1, but I think for the most part, everyone is through relatively cleanly.
Yeah, a whole host of different tyre strategies as well. Well, we're going to see the Mercedes make a move. Slightly forced onto the grass. Got the quicker tyre compound on. Kermit's gone for the hard strat. Freddie medium and Beamer soft. So we could see some pretty serious overtaking in this opening exchange.
We could see some dicey stuff here.
For sure.
But I think Kermit is definitely has the pace, obviously, because he's holding with these guys on these hards. So
Yeah.
don't know if he's gonna try and push the hards. I mean, I did a social race where there was a bunch of safety cars. I was on the hards for 30 laps. So
Oh wow.
they can last a really long time here. But Beamer's taking a look. Thinks better of it. He was thinking about sticking his nose in there for a half a second, but
Yeah,
right
thought
now
better of it.
Giant DRS train from first all the way down to 18th right now. So Jacobson just falls out by barely a bit, Chili Willy, but that I'm sure will, as we see the cascading.
Here comes Com 45 down the inside, taking P3 from Beamer.
Looks like Beamer has a bit of a higher downforce setup, maybe.
Yeah, it might be.
He's very quick through the corners, and he has the soft tires on, which is making it look even.
Stig, the championship leader, takes P5 as well. He moves above the Mercedes of Technic Speedy. So 2 Mercedes, 2 McLarens, very, very close. Beamer and Stig trading places. Oh, almost comes to contact there. That was a ghosted. I saw a ghosted Mercedes.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a connection issue there, and they ghosted.
Oh yeah, there's
quickly.
a connection issue. Okay, Beamer has a connection problem for sure.
Yeah, he's jumping all over the place. Looks like, but we are looking like we're gonna have a massive DRS train based on what I'm looking at right now. We'll see if Chile can
single file from back to front.
Single file all the way back, We will see. I don't know. See if Freddie can hold him off going into turn 1. It looks like they're going. Oof. Freddie does barely hold everyone off. I think everyone got the memo today of just keeping it clean here and just kind of riding through, because this is a bit crazy today.
Yeah, it's good. It's enjoyable though. Good clean racing. Hopefully that as some of these tyre strategies start to kind of come to fruition, I guess that's when we're going to see some of the more challenging racing, let's say. So we've got three soft runners. When are these soft tyres going to last till, Jim?
I mean, they could last probably 12 laps-ish. Like, they will last, but they won't be very fun to drive on at that point in time. I'd say probably about lap 9 or 10, you'd see a bunch of people probably start ducking in and throwing on the hards, maybe.
And we've seen in one of the other races, somebody, we're going to see a challenge for the lead. Here we are, as Kermit does go down the inside, takes P1 from Freddie. So I think we're going to see quite a bit of this over the course of the next few laps. Exchanges of leader.
Yep, until these guys start spacing.
Oh, that's a wheel bump.
They're almost touching. That is a very scary place to try and make a pass.
It is.
But Freddie does have the medium tires, and he gets... he almost touches the back. These guys are driving way too recklessly for me on lap 5. But
yeah, for sure. With all that traffic following so closely behind as well, an error out in front could be terminal, not only to the car that has the problem, but the following 17 cars. As we've got Lance Shark, he looks like he's gone off.
Yep, he just
in the
took that turn a little too wide.
We've got Chili Willy. Chili Willy's gone round. He's now dropped down to the back. Or almost the back. Semtex is obviously 42 seconds off the pace. I wonder if Semtex is...
Did he spin again? After...
I guess he must have.
I mean, he must have spun again.
Yeah.
Because I know he pit. But,
late dive down the inside. Late dive down the inside from Freddie. Freddie takes P1 back. Yeah, this is going to be... this exchange of P1 and P2. Can we go around the outside at the hairpin? No, can't make it happen. Can't make it stick.
Freddie's got those still better compound tires for now. I'd say about when you get to lap maybe 12, you'll see the hards start to be the better tire.
Yeah.
But for right now, I mean, this is just amazing racing. These guys are putting on one heck of a show.
Oh, well, Stig was putting on a show. What's happened to Stig, our championship leader?
I think he just went a bit wide. I think he just went wide.
Yeah, had himself a moment. No damage by the look of it.
No, I probably went a little wide, got the middle of his car and rode that curb on the outside there, and when you do that, you have no steering, so you're...
No, I did see a McLaren do that in Tier 3, actually. I saw Punju riding that curb, going off into the wilderness.
Yep, and you have no... Your front wheels are not on the ground, so you are just...
Free-riding.
Yep, you are at the mercy of the track, so...
Kermit and Freddie then. Kermit and Freddie in Sector 1, little bit. That's... Oh! Round goes Kermit, does he? No, he doesn't. Nope. I'll tell you what does. Com 45 does go round, though. He got into the back. He got into the back of Kermit. He actually stopped Kermit from spinning there.
Yeah. I think that's what I think Kermit was going to be going around, but Com just happened to be there and saved him from spinning. But unfortunately for Com, that sent him around. Was having himself a great race as a reserve. I know he's a Tier 3 guy. But,
yeah, that is unfortunate for Com 45.
Having himself a good race.
Yeah, it looks like he's recovered though. He's sat down in P14 now.
Yep. I mean, we're going to see, a bunch of guys go off. It's, it's close racing here the whole way, but as long as we get no damage, I mean, it's still a massive DRS train all the way down to P14. So even though Com had that bit of a spin, he's still in DRS with this whole train. He's at the back of it. So
that Merc and Technic Speedy side by side, then going round turn 1. Soft tyres of the Mercedes, not quite paying off. Oh, down the inside though at the hairpin. Does get the move done this time.
But Merc is going to have
still side by side. Whoa.
Merc is going to have a bunch of speed coming around. That's the different lines going through that banked hairpin is if you take it tight, you'll get out. You'll have a better exit.
Yeah, these guys have been side by side through the whole of Sector 2.
And they're still there. Technic Speedy doesn't want to give it up, but now he's going to be side by side again with, who is that?
This is Simon. Simon's coming through. Simon City of R are also coming through. Are we going to see a later move from Simon going into the hairpin? No, we're not. Into the chicane, sorry.
This is quite a wild one here. Things seem to have... Looks like that battling between Merc and Technic Speedy. Merc isn't going to have DRS on the front 3 this time around.
No, so he could find himself in a little bit of trouble.
Yep. So he's going to have Technic Speedy go down the inside. Doesn't really fight it. Lets it go. But I think these guys realize that if they're going to be fighting like that, they're just going to lose. Oh, no! Who's around? Someone's around.
That's a full safety car.
Freddie is
it's Freddie.
It's Freddie around and in the wall. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it looks like he may have gotten a little loose and hit. He drove into the outside.
Yeah, I can see his wing on the outside there.
Yeah.
Right then.
Unfortunately, having himself a great run there. But,
yeah. Be interesting to see from his perspective what actually happened there. Did he just have a momentary lapse of concentration, or was there a bit of contact?
If he was side by side with maybe Kermit or Beamer up there. Yeah. This plays right into the soft driver's hands. So
yeah, I'm expecting at least 3 cars in the pits.
Yep. We'll see. Some of the medium drivers we'll probably see come in as well, throw on the hards, because hards can... It won't be very fun at the end, but they can make it to the end from here.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll see, and then if they get another safety car, they just come in and throw, bolt-ons and media again.
Mark in chat says, that, my friends, is karma. Karma for what, Mark? I'm guessing that is Com45, Mark, in the chat, as we do see various cars. I say various cars. We've seen a whole host of cars dash into the pit lane, going on mediums.
Everyone is down into the pits here.
Yeah, we've got 4 cars stay out. So City of R, Rampage, Com45 and Kapachi have stayed out.
See, Yeah, unfortunately for the guys that did start on hards, it's close. I don't know that mediums are going to be able to go 26 laps. That's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, so Kermit, Beamer, Merck, and Technic Speedy, and Fatweed also.
Yep.
You know, that is a long stint on this set of tires.
So maybe they're hoping for another safety car here, which, the one that this really, really helps is Semtex. Semtex was miles away, but, he's now right back, well, not back into things, but he's going to be caught up to the field, and, I think he'll be able to make some moves because he did have set a pretty good qualifying lap, so.
Yeah, for sure. We've got somebody called Mystic Maud in the chat, and Mystic Maud has suggested that they'll crash again. So that's it. Don't worry, guys. The tire strategies are safe.
Maud, I would not doubt you at all in the slightest. I wouldn't expect anything less. I mean, I do have to say, for 10 laps, that was some pretty good driving. There was a bunch of very good battles out there. So
yeah, with only a couple of incidents at the back with Chili Willy and Semtex getting caught up in something, and then obviously with Kermit and Com45 getting caught up in something as well.
But even still, they weren't like massive. They weren't massive crashes when DNF'd. I mean, we're 11 laps in and we still have all 20 drivers.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he's done it. He said it. He said it.
Someone's got to do it.
Somebody somewhere is going to DNF in the next probably 3 laps as soon as we get under starters orders with the safety car, as soon as the green flag comes out.
As soon as Semtex gets back and gets all caught up, there will be some kind of carnage going into turn 1 and we're going to have a DNF. That's just what's going to happen. It's inevitable, so we might as well get it out of the way early.
Yeah.
But
okay, then. So the running order then, under safety car conditions, lap 11 of 36. We've got the 4 cars who did not come into the pits. Com45, I'm very surprised at on 10-lap old mediums. But it's City of R, Rampage, Com45, and Capacci. They're your first 4 drivers. We've then, in what is essentially net P1, it's Kermit Attacks, one of our championship protagonists. He's on 1-lap old medium tyres. We've then got Beamer in P6, Simon Colston P7, Merc P8, Technic Speedy P9, Island Sharky in P10. We've then got Happy Like Pies in 11 in the Alfa Romeo. The Red Bull of Iron Boogs in P12. As we're getting ready to go green, let's jump on board then with the Ferrari of Com45 as City of R weaves left and right to get ready to go again. There's a little bit of a gap between Rampage and Com45. So Com did allow him to get out in front a little bit. There's a little gap between him and Capacci also. Capacci cars weaving in front.
Simon's going to have a run. They're 3 wide. It's Simon, Merck, and Beamer 3 wide into turn 1. They're a little loose in front. Capacci gets a little loose. Kermit is there. Oh, who is that? It's a Merck. That's a Merc. A McLaren. Merc, the McLaren is around.
Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's MB Jacobson in the Haas.
I've done it to my own guy. Once again. I knew it was going to happen. Unfortunately, it was another Haas sandwich here today.
Yeah, that's really shaking it up as well. So we've lost MB Jacobson in the Haas. We do have ourselves another safety car. The second safety car in successive laps. TRL Stig got caught up there with Chili Willy and has plummeted all the way down to 16th. The other McLaren also got involved. He's down in 19th. Bad lap for McLaren, that one, Jim.
That was not a good one there. We have Fatweed has, let's see, J-Joe has no wing. Fatweed has no wing. Stig has no wing. Semtex is missing an end plate, so he's going to have to go in and get another wing. Chili Willy has no wing. Merc, I think Merck actually escaped with no damage, but I don't. My. So I think everyone from 14th on back is gonna have to duck in and get a new wing here. I don't know if anyone else. Looks like all of the leaders that hadn't pit finally decided to come in here, which is pretty good. Mediums will probably go till the end.
Plenty of cars. You're absolutely spot on. Plenty of cars with bits of fiberglass missing. The carbon scattered across the track throughout the dunes of Zandvoort. Yeah, 8, 9, 10 cars. Fatweed onto the soft tyres, Fatweed.
Oh, Chili Willy got a 5-second for speeding. I didn't see that. That's gonna.
Oh, did he?
As close as. Yep. As close as this race has been today. Oh no, you know what? I think he served it. That's why. He had one from last. I was gonna say I didn't see it pop up on my screen, so he must have got it from when he came into the pits last time.
To be fair, he got 5 seconds for crashing into Stig.
Crashing. Yeah, that's another thing.
D-Master OG, how you doing, sir? How was your race tonight in Tier 5? I'm assuming you finished in the top 3 as usual.
I'm sure I'm assuming once I crashed, it was the McLaren Waltz 1-2. I didn't watch the rest of the race because I was too upset. I'm assuming that him and Edge just slowly waltzed their way to a 1-2. So,
as usual, says D-Master OG. Well, GG's to you, sir.
I believe McLaren actually, provisionally, as long as there are no other changes to the standings, I believe McLaren has won the Tier 5 championship already for constructors.
As night becomes day, day becomes night, and McLaren win Tier 5 constructors. As sure as the sun will rise tomorrow morning.
Yep. I mean, I think they had 194 points. I think they're up by like 80-something going into this week, and then I think they got another 1-2 this week. So that's just another ridiculous story. But we've got Semtex and Chili coming in again.
Yeah, so Semtex has thrown the hards on. Chili also, he's thrown a set of hards on as well.
Yep. So
that means we'll stay out one more lap, I would have thought, after this, so that these two guys can catch back up to the rear of the pack.
I think they may be able to catch up here. So I think it probably will be coming in, because you can catch the safety car pretty late into Sector 2, and they'll send him in. So the only question I have right now is City of R is still out there on those 13-lap-old hards.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that, to be fair. What is this tyre strategy, Jim, and why is it wrong?
I mean, it's a good strategy if there were other people doing it, but the issue is he's the only one there, so he's banking on another safety car, which
there you
didn't
go.
have
Safety
many.
car in. Safety car in this lap. So big shout out to Simon from Giants Fan, the Williams team principal. Simon's found himself up in P3. Let's just have a quick look at the, if I can find it, position changes. Big winners, City of R and Iron Boogs, up double digits. 8 positions for Happy Light Pies. The big losers of the day so far, Stig down 12, down 8 for both Kapachi and Beamer, with down 6 for Freddy, who's actually recovered reasonably well.
Yep. He did spin, lost his own wing.
Yep.
City of R goes.
Here we go then.
Don't know if we're going to have any runs coming back. We've got the Alfa Romeo and the Merc and Freddy are side by side. Oh, Freddy goes deep on irons. Right behind Landsharky, who almost gets into...
Oh, where's on the grass? No, the Alfa Romeo! That looked like it might have been Happy Like Pies off the track, came back on the track.
I don't know. I think he took that turn a little wide and got onto the grass, and then bounced off the wall. And Landsharky and Freddy had to do some magic. I don't know how either of them didn't touch him at all.
No, exactly. So, Kermit Attacks does take the lead of the race. There's a mistake from City of R on those older hard tyres now, as both Kermit and Simon relegate City of R down to P3. He's now under pressure from Technic Speedy also.
He just got absolutely
punted
by Technic Speedy going into that corner. That is unfortunate, but that was a clear punt right there. Unfortunately, I was watching that. Let me see if I can clip that, because I'm gonna need that for the stewards meeting at some point. That was pretty rough. Epic gets a drive-through for speeding on another safety car. That is...
Minico says yellow, orange damage from Stig, got hit from behind. So Stig got hit from behind. Come on, Shocky, you've got this, man. We've been shit today, but you can help us out, says Yellow Snowman. As we have our third safety car in a matter of 6 laps, Jim.
Yeah, that was... Well, that one was just... Simply, City of R just had older tires, and City of R said, and don't worry, City, we saw it. We saw it happen, and the
Maud
bright
still
lights
says, Maud's second question, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe it's something that you'll know. Will the Blues be upped?
The Blues, I have no idea what that means, but maybe, I guess. I have no idea.
Big damage was from Fat Weed, says Minico. Woof, says Maud. Agony, says Mr. Testarossa. Scared for tier 1, says Minico. Scared is an understatement, says D-Master OG. The way things were going, we knew, Jim, didn't we? That things were going far too smoothly.
Yep. I mean, these guys for the first 10 laps, I mean, they were battling, they were going back and forth, but, I mean, you know, they were racing pretty well, but it only takes one little incident on this track and have someone just not even spin. If they go off the track a little bit and forces everyone behind them to check up, it's just a massive accordion effect to everyone behind.
Yeah,
so
sure. We've now figured out what the Blues upped means. He's a Chelsea. It's a Chelsea thing. So soccer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm a Gunner through. So sorry, I don't know what that means, but
it's a soccer thing, or football, as we like to call it in the United Kingdom.
Hey.
And the majority of the rest of the world, it has to be said, actually.
True, but the only problem
is stateside
American football here.
Well, I am a bit of a secret NFL lover, to be fair. My team's the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh, there you go. I'm a Dolphins fan myself. I know we have some Florida people in here, but Pox is a Floridian, and so is Twan. I don't know who they like. Probably Tampa people, but if they like football at all.
It was soccer first, says Minico.
In the US,
I'm not going to argue with you, Minico, because quite frankly, I don't care. However, I'm calling it football. People say that Hungaroring is a big go-kart track. I think this takes that crown. Yeah, I agree.
This is definitely a big go-kart track.
Yeah, sure.
It's similar to Monaco, right? I mean, it's more open. But, I mean, there's no real very quick or very fast, long straight here. So, I mean, even the main pit straight is not, it's one of the shortest on the calendar. So,
sure.
Next DNF, Maud, you can't have me predict that, but I'm going to say someone between P8 and P13 right now.
I was sure you were going to say someone between P8 and P10. Gary, it's you! Here we go then. We've gone green. We do have a yellow flag.
Epic had to serve his drive-through, so that is that's why he was in the pits. But I think everyone was a little bit nicer there.
Sure, Com has lost a couple of positions there in the Ferrari. He's bashing wheels. Bashing wheels is the Ferrari with the Mercedes.
Invited back in. Why are you appearing offline? Does not help me get you into the games faster.
No. We're back to single file by the look of things. Well, we've got a little bit of side-by-side action here with Merc and Com45 heading down into that small chicane. They are side-by-side. Good, tight driving. We've got another Mercedes. It's Beamer who's going to get interested. He's going to bash his nose into the argument, into the equation. as we go round the two banked right-hand turns that get us back to the straight. On the inside, that was a quick maneuver back by Beamer. He's going to be down on the inside. Is he going to have the front line speed, though, to get up to Merck? He is just about side by side against. They go around turn 1. No contact. Good racing.
They're going to be side by side all the way down through turn 3. Ooh, almost contact. But you're going to see Merck gets the better line out of the corner, but Beamer's able to carry all that speed by taking the top of that hairpin, and he's just going to carry that all the way. Lane Sharkey got around Simon. It looks like Simon must have had a moment there. Lane Sharkey has got himself around Simon and is into P2.
Oh, now it's Merck. Merck is round in that McLaren, the second of the McLaren. The McLarens and Red Bulls, other than Happy Like Pies, obviously, who's just done that, served that drive-through. McLaren and Red Bull propping up the timing board.
Yeah. They are having themselves a rough day, to say the least.
Yeah.
But now, looking forward, if we don't have any more safety cars, we've got Kermit on the 9-lap old medium, so he's probably going to pull away from the rest of the guys for a little bit here.
Yeah.
But
a late move there by Com. Come on, Simon Colston.
Com takes a dive right in there. He's going to chase down Land Sharky, but if Land Sharky can stay within Kermit's DRS for a while, those mediums are going to start. I mean, I know we've had a couple of safety car laps under them, but towards the end of the race, the hards are definitely going to be the better tire.
Yeah, for sure. Still 16 laps to go as well. I mean, Merckx, the other one on the 10-lap old medium tire, he's going to have to come in.
Yep.
I would have thought.
Unfortunately, so Merck, I think, is just going to try and ride it out as long as he can.
Yeah.
And hope for a safety car, and then he'll probably come in at the end, throw on some sauce, and go for the fastest lap. If I had to take a guess. But once again, we have the DRS train from first all the way down to, is that 15th?
Yeah.
15th place. So these guys are back into the racing that they had from the beginning of the race. Had a few safety cars in the middle, but Com gets a good run, I think, here on Land Sharky. Land Sharky is really gonna fight, but they get really close. Don't like them getting that close with this many laps left.
Nice to see Land Sharky up there, actually.
Yeah, he's one of the drivers who, like Apache last week, like he has the speed. He's definitely a quick driver in this tier. Had a bunch of, bad luck, and there's just a lot of really quick drivers in this tier. So, a little luck and, an unfortunate spin for you. He's finding himself, he was one of the rookies when I was a team principal for Alfa Romeo, and I picked him not having a clue, but he's been great.
Semtex had himself a moment there, lost positions out to certainly Freddie, possibly Gary.
Oh, God. Land Sharky hit the outside curve there and put himself a little airborne. Seems to be okay. Oh, we got a Ferrari. Looks like Rampage. Oh, who is that? Someone in the wall. Mercedes in the wall.
That's Technic Speedy. Safety car again. Safety car number 4.
Yep.
That does not have a front wing.
We went 11 laps without one, and now we've had 4, and then
10 laps.
And the 10 laps.
Yeah.
So,
not again.
It's got to be the Delta down in that corner, because that's the same thing that happened last time. Because Epic was literally standing on the brakes there. He was
sat still for me.
Yep, he was sat still on the track, and so I don't know what is going on, but I would expect to see a bunch of the guys in the back put on some fresh mediums.
Yeah.
Beatty's going on to softs. They may last.
Is Kermit going to come in, do you think?
I don't know.
I think he's gone past the pit entrance already.
I think these safety cars are helping Kermit out. So he's definitely helping Kermit out. Even helping Land Sharky out a little bit too, because those hards won't be as worn getting down to the end here. Kind of evening things out. But like I said, if you're in the back right now, maybe you come in, throw on a fresh set of mediums, take you to the end of the race, try and gain some positions. But everyone at the front, unless the person in front of you ducks into the pits, I wouldn't even think about it right now.
Well, certainly considering the frequency of safety cars we've had over the course of the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, and especially with the chance of there is a chance to have one more. So I think we keep it status. It looks like Apache's
like Gary.
diving, or Gary. Gary's diving into the pits. Don't know if he's got wing damage or something. Let's take a peek. I can't. He's falling down the order too fast. I can't see.
No wing damage.
Going on the softs, though. Going on the softs. That's not a terrible idea either. You waited a lap, throw on the softs.
Yeah, J-Joe's done the same plan. And as has Technique Speedy.
Yep, Technique Speedy did it a lap earlier, so these guys, Gary and J-Joe were both, I think they were like 14th and 15th maybe, so they only lost a couple of positions to come in and put on, soft tires that will, they'll definitely last till the end. The only problem here is it's a difficult track to pass. It's just a very, very tough track to pass on. So for me, if it were me, I would always err on the side of track position. Just as my own personal preference,
Yeah, so I'm looking at these guys out in front now. The 13-lap-old mediums. That would give me concerns.
Yes, the mediums, the hards, like I said, they're going to be worn, but I got to what was it?
A whole host of stuff happening here. What is going on? These cars
getting
in each other's way.
Yep. But we had, like I said, I went 30 laps in the social race on the hards with a bunch of safety cars. So the hards, anyone on the hards right now, I don't see a problem getting to the end. It's those mediums, I just don't know how they're going to be, late in the race. As Kermit gets a decent jump.
He does. Capaci's been caught out. He is going to... Oh, happy like... Oh, that's his drive-through.
Yep,
so Freddie overtakes Capaci for P6.
Yep, which actually helps those hard guys up front because the medium drivers are going to still have a little bit better tires, I believe. Oh, there's a yellow. Freddie gets a penalty for ignoring yellow.
That's unfortunate as well.
Big around again without a wing. Unfortunate for him. He's going to have to come in. Our championship protagonist here is not having himself a very good day, unfortunately.
No, and Stick being top of the standings by 7 or 8 points, I think.
Yeah, forget it. But,
Kermit's only 17 points behind him and is leading the race.
Yep. And then we forgot Beamer, who's in P5, who's going to pick up 10 points. So this could just flip the other way. We could have Kermit ahead by 7 points next week.
Yeah.
I think stand here. So yeah, Minico, that's what it looks like at the racing back there. It looks like Com's gonna try and take a dive. Kermit is falling into the grasp of Landsharky and Com here. I think those mediums are starting to feel a little weak.
Yeah. Tom didn't get the greatest line, and we're gonna see a move from Freddie. What a move that is from Freddie.
Freddie's been on a tear here, but he's got 5 seconds for ignoring the yellow flags. But I'm assuming that's just because Stig probably spun or someone spun, and it was telling him to give back a position. So
yeah, he might be able to get that removed.
He'll get that removed. So we'll see.
Serve it.
Yep.
Yeah, with 9-lap-old mediums, he's going to be able to get to the end.
Yeah. Yep. So he's definitely going to be able to get to the end with those tires, and they're definitely better than all of the tires in front. We've got another yellow. That looks like Capaci's around. Gary is losing positions. Gary is around on those softs. Fortunately, it doesn't look like he has any damage. I think he was just trying to avoid the massive amount of cars that were in front
Beamer's
of him.
connection's gone again.
Yep.
He was
Freddie
inside.
Freddie gets by Calm. He sets his eyes on Landsharky now. Freddie on those tires is definitely got the speed to chase
really
these
has.
guys. He's gonna looking to make a move on Landsharky here. I think if he's
Zooks in the chat says, "Damn, Freddie scammed his way into tier 2."
Well, he's
Oh, Simon and Beamer both out. Oh no! Oh no! Terrible.
It's just a massive pile up, but we kind of saw that with Beamer's connection having issues. You know, we saw that. Now you got Kermit, Landsharky, Freddie, and Calm with a big gap to Semtex now. So, do any of those guys pop in?
I would be popping in. If I'm Kermit, I'm gonna throw me some soft tires on.
Kermit's coming in, Landsharky's coming in.
Yeah.
Freddie stays out.
Yeah, Freddie doesn't need to.
Semtex out. Technic Speedy stays out because he's still on the softs, but I'm expecting to see everyone go to softs here.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate incident. I hope it wasn't to do with connection, though, because that would be terrible for Simon.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. I mean, I couldn't really tell, but it looked like they were just sideways. I don't know if it was because of connection or if it was just racing, but...
all the cars behind them then ran into them, and, again, bits of carbon fiber and safety.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened to me, is like, when I got into mine, I bounced off the wall, and then when you bounce off the wall, you bounce back into the middle of the track, and there's, with all those cars behind you, there's nowhere for anyone to go.
No.
But we will see what... We have Freddie with 11-lap old mediums. He was looking pretty quick on those tires.
He was. He was making some stellar moves.
Yep. But the guy that I think has had the greatest recovery day is Semtex.
Absolutely.
Who finds himself in P2 and at what? I think at the first safety car, he was 52 seconds back.
Yeah.
I believe. So... He had an unfortunate beginning to the race, but here he is. Safety cars are all caught up.
So Freddie leads the race. It's then Semtex in the Alpine P2. P3 is Technic Speedy in the Mercedes, who probably will have a penalty heading his way given the incident with City of R. We've then got J-Joe. Again, quietly going about his business up into P4 with Chili Willy. Another great recovery drive. Chili Willy and Semtex were both down towards the lower reaches, the strongest men holding everybody else up on the timing board. Is then Gary. Again, another good showing from Gary this week after last week. Kermit attacks now. The fastest, or should I say, the front runner on the newest set of tyres. He's followed by Landsharky, Calm, Capacci, Merc, Fatweed, Rampage. We've then got Happy Like Pie, Stig, and Iron Boogs, who currently sits in P16. What are you saying? What are you calling from here on in?
I think we're going to see a whole lot of bumper cars is what we're going to see here, because I think the guys on fresh softs are going to want to get up there as quick as possible and try and get to the likes of Freddie and Semtex and Technic Speedy and J-Joe and all those guys. And, Kermit and Landsharky, and even Calm. Calm is on mediums, though, so he's going to be a little bit slower, I believe. But you're going to see even maybe likes of Capacci and Merc trying to, push their way up the field here. But we'll see how it plays out in the last, we have 8 laps. Last 8 laps. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, it's going to be, again, it's going to be an interesting one. I think, here's Freddie slowing everybody right down.
Massive car park at the end of Sector 2 here. Beginning of Sector 3. We're back rolling. Okay. And Freddie almost gets run into by Semtex. This is, I mean, I have seen slow, but this is
This
is
is
a whole,
real slow.
This is a new level of slow, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
Oh, there we go. We're away.
Cars all the way at the end of the pit lane, so Freddie backed everyone up significantly there. Got a big gap
some
between
moves. We are going to see a move. It's going to be Chili Willy. Is he going to try and make a move on J-Joe? He is. Does he make it stick as they bump tires?
Go into the turn. Chili's going to carry the outside and carry the speed all the way around. Oh, they
No,
touch.
they're into the wall.
They're both
Into the wall they both go. Chili Willy and J-Joe. Don't know who's at fault there. There's a wing missing for Chili Willy. Maybe J-Joe didn't quite give him enough room on that outside, because Chili Willy did have the high line there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was on the outside and he was already there the whole time, so I don't know. And I think J-Joe just kind of drifted up into his space there, unfortunately. But we've got Kermit up to P4, up to almost P3. Oh, he gets tapped by Technic Speedy. Technic Speedy having a it's going to be in the steward's room race. Times. We've got Gary and Landsharky right behind him. But Kermit now sets his eyes on Semtex and Freddy. And with those fresh softs, he's probably going to get there, I would assume. I assume we see a pretty... So we've got Landsharky, Calm, battling. Rampage is out. That is...
In the pits. In the pits.
Okay. And now we've got Kapachi and Landsharky. Calm is there. Landsharky carrying the speed. Another yellow. I think that is just Chili Willy going into pits.
Yeah. Testarossa says, why isn't anyone careful in Sector 1? It's a question that we've been asking ourselves, Mr. Testarossa. It really is.
All day that's been happening.
Yeah, we're going to see ourselves some drama in these latter stages, though. There's no doubt about that, as there's only 1/10 between some of these drivers. There's a nudge from Kermit on Semtex. Tiny little bit of contact there.
And these guys are, honestly, they just need to bide their time until, I mean, I know Kermit is fast. You're just going to have to bide your time until DRS, and you're going to be able to easily flip by. Kermit's probably going to dump everything he's got and go for a move here. Oh, Freddy goes defensive. Semtex goes around the outside.
The inside.
Oh my lord, he's going to try and take Freddy right in this corner. I almost guarantee it. Oh. He doesn't get the run he wanted. Oh, he's going to... I don't know if he's going to take a look, but I wouldn't. Just sit back.
I wouldn't be taking a look just yet, that's for sure.
Nope.
You can see the distinct advantage he's got in grip over those medium tires.
Yep.
Patience is a virtue.
In the back, it looks like Gary is missing an end plate. Don't know what happened there. Bit of contact with someone somewhere along the lines.
Maud says something's going to happen here. Maud, Mystic Maud's at it again.
We'll see. We've got Kermit. He's going to have DRS, so he's probably going to get a good run through these corners with those new soft tires. And he is already dumping overtake, and he is just going to easy work of Freddy here with the DRS in the ERS.
Yeah, what's Freddy's penalty? Freddy's penalty is a 5-seconder, isn't it?
I think that was for ignoring a yellow flag or something.
Yeah.
But I think you'll probably be able to get that removed if I had to guess. I think he passed Stig when Stig was spun around, so, and they were asking to give the spot back, so. But we'll see if Calm or Landsharky can make any runs at the podium here from Semtex and Freddy, so.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting because that group now behind Freddy.
Oh, it's Fatweed dives to the inside of Landsharky. Fatweed's got some pace right now, too.
Yeah, he does. He lost back out to Landsharky. Landsharky does take P5 back, but it is going to be a nice little tussle between two of the guys that have been here for quite some time. Those two guys. And we've got Semtex got passed by Calm, so Calm is now into the podium
places. And Landsharky is going to look to make a move on Semtex here down the main straight. No one has any ERS at all.
Magical Forehead says he feels terrible for the stewards this week.
I feel terrible for us every week at this rate. But,
Yeah.
but honestly, I feel bad for the TPs because they take a brunt of the incidents now.
Yeah, I couldn't do that anymore.
I loved it. I loved it, but with commentating and being a steward and racing, and it's just and being a TP, there's just not enough time in the week on top of my job. So I just had to step back, obviously.
Absolutely. So, Kermit, by the way, on those fresh soft tires, fresher soft tires, he has checked out. That is now a 2-second gap.
Yep, and I expect Com to make a move on Freddie here. Maybe not on this straight, but coming down on the, he's saving up his ERS. He's gonna have DRS on the main pit straight, so he's just gonna probably waltz on by here.
Yeah,
I would assume.
I think the championship leader, as it currently stands, does sit in P10.
Yep.
And it's very close. Oh, here goes Com, makes the move easily, of course, with DRS. But round the outside comes Freddie to try and gain back again.
But I think Freddie's mediums are just wearing out a little too much for his liking. He's falling off the pace. So.
Big up the stewards for real, says Mr. Testarossa, and Maud comes back in with the eye emoji.
Yeah, we have ourselves a rough couple days from Wednesday to Thursday, trying to figure everything out. But looks like everyone's kind of spacing out a little bit, except Fatweed is still right up on Landsharky's tail here. Freddie and Semtex are not really battling. Landsharky is right up behind, but I think it's just another DRS train here, so we're just kind of... The only thing that could change things up a little bit here is if Freddie falls out of the DRS from Palm here on this lap, which
Technic Speedy and Fatweed. So Technic Speedy takes a position from Fatweed. Fatweed's off track there. He had all tyres on the rumble strips. Because that's a slow horse. That's Landsharky getting passed around the outside.
Yep, he got a little bit onto the grass going into that corner and just had to, fortunately, let off the throttle more than he wanted to. And that gave Technic Speedy the pass right around the outside, but like we said, Technic Speedy is probably going to be getting a penalty for that punt of City of R a little earlier in the day.
Yeah, lap 35, so the penultimate lap. The audio glitch is back, so welcome back to the audio glitch. As happy like pies, it's epic round, is it? No, he's not round.
Oh, my controller died. I can't rotate. I need new batteries.
So 1.9 seconds out in the lead then is Kermit as he begins lap 36, the final lap of this Dutch Grand Prix. You can see in the distance behind you, 2 seconds it is now to Com 45. These guys on the medium tyre have held on. Com 9 lap old, 20 lap for Freddie, Semtex 15, Technic Speedy actually 14 lap old, soft tyres. Can he hold off Landsharky on the final lap? Are we going to see a podium that contains Kermit, Com and Semtex? Freddie Rizal picking up a provisional 5-second penalty. We're not entirely sure if that's going to stick or not towards the end of the race. We'll find out in the week.
God.
OVA.
What a battle.
What a move. Oh, welcome back, Jim.
We're back. We're back. We have batteries. We're good to go. Of course,
Batteries
die on the
are
lap.
good to go.
Yeah,
so then into the final sector then comes the Aston Martin of Kermit Attacks. Round that steep left-hander onto the banked two right-handers now. The final 2 corners of his race. Round the final corner, onto the home straight. Into the DRS zone he goes. And here comes Kermit weaving left, then right, across the line to take the victory here at Zandvoort. It's Com45 in the Ferrari who finishes in P2, 10-lap all mediums. Semtex who finishes in P3. There's your podium. And actually, Freddie, with that penalty, drops from second all the way down to 9th as Fatweeds crashed out. I don't know where Fatweed crashed out.
Yeah, his car is already gone, so I don't know where that was. Looks like it was the end of Sector 2 at the end of the DRS straight there. I believe.
We do have a Red Bull. Oh no, there's it. Yeah, the car. Bizarre.
Oh, maybe Fatweed, did he leave the session?
No, I don't think so. I think he's DNF before the end of the race.
Huh. I don't know where is Gary gonna pass him?
No.
I don't know. That was weird.
That was weird.
Very weird.
Very weird. Very much.
I didn't see any yellows, so that seemed questionable.
Yeah, very much so. Very much. Very questionable. But all in all, aside from, well, basically it was a safety car sandwich, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So much safety car action in the middle of the race. Great start to the race, and actually not too bad of an end.
No, not at all. Yeah, I think it was. I mean, the beginning of the race was great to watch. I thought that was. I mean, everyone was battling. I mean, you had a couple guys going off track here and there, but I mean, we had all 20 drivers for the first 10 laps, 11 laps. So.
Yeah. No, it was decent race.
Yep.
So well done to drivers. We're going to see if we can attempt.
Interviews
this week.
Let's see who we got. We've got Semtech, and Kermit.
Yeah, Semtex. What a drive from Semtex. P15 on the grid, up to P5, up to P3, begging my pardon.
Oops, can't type.
I've got Com45 in the waiting room.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get him in. To start with, Media Box 1 is the one we're in, isn't it?
I believe so. Yes.
No, see, this happens with Media Box 1. As soon as I invite somebody, they drop immediately out.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Semtex. Oh, no, here we go.
Okay.
Mark.
Can't. Oh, there he is. We can hear him.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Wonderful.
Excellent news.
Well, what a race that was. I don't know what it was like. I don't know what it was like from your view.
That's my reaction. Just.
There was a lot of going on early on. I know you got caught up with. I don't know what happened, but Kermit was spinning. I don't know if that was because he had gotten contacted, and then you just happened to be in the wrong place.
Oh yeah, we already discussed that. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. It was Freddie was being a bit slow. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Well,
fair enough. Other than that little bit of incident, good race for you, that Mark.
Yeah, that was proper good racing up at my end. I don't know what's going on at the back, but it was fun, man. Like that and Tier 3 were like the best races I've had. Well, not I've had, but best racing I've seen.
Yeah.
And I've been involved on since I've joined, so that's good.
Yeah. The first 10 laps of this race were, from a commentator standpoint, pretty much perfect because there was just battles all over the place and everyone was given enough space. It was good. It was good to watch, definitely.
Yeah, it was fantastic to watch. What was your obviously with the whole host of safety cars that we had towards the middle part of the race there. What was your initial strategy, and how much did that change it all?
I mean, I think everyone's got an initial strategy, but you've kind of got to put that at the back of your mind because you're guaranteed a safety car in pretty much every tier. Um, it was just about judging when to go in and when to stay out. I thought I might have made a mistake by going in the last safety car
Mhm.
because Freddie stayed out, and then there was Sematex who was on 6 old mediums, who would have been behind me. I would
Yeah.
have been on 10 lap old hards, but it proved to be the right choice because I managed to gain that time like rapidly, like quickly, and
Yeah.
finish where I would have been. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
managed a couple more
And
laps, and yeah, it could have been a win, but Kermit's very fast, so
Yeah.
Kermit is
Yeah.
fast. He's right up there when it comes to the championship. I don't know. I think he's probably leading the championship
House
provisionally
probably leading now. Yeah. Assume he's leading.
after this round. Next
Okay.
week it is Monza, I believe. Looking forward to Monza.
so and so. I'm not the biggest fan of Monza. I'm not the greatest there. You'll be seeing me back down in the lower parts of the grid for that race. We'll see. I've put the practice in for France and Netherlands, and it's paid off. So
Good,
I'll just
good,
got to do the
good.
same thing. And
Well, if you get yourself through turn one at Monza without losing half of your car,
yeah,
you've got a
Yeah.
chance.
that's
I think.
a success already. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay, listen, Mark, thank you so much. Congratulations on
no
P2.
worries. Thank you very much.
Take care and see you next week.
Have a good day. Bye bye. See ya.
Right then.
Right.
Do you want to bring Semtex in, or do I have to?
I think you have to because I'm on what's called. I don't think I can bring him in because I'm on my iPad, not on my computer. So there we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Good
Mr. Recovery
afternoon.
Day. Look at this guy.
Dude, oh my.
We've seen
Some
some
more.
good recovery drives in our time, Mr. Semtex, here at MRL. But I have to say that your recovery drive today is right up there with the best I've seen.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a tough one. That's for sure. I'm sweating.
I don't blame me, but yeah, we went first safety car. We saw you were like 40 something seconds back, and then all of a sudden, after the fifth safety car, you're up in what P2, P3 somewhere there.
P2.
And
It was
start. Yeah, it's just good strategy. I mean, I don't know if you can call it a strategy.
the five stopper.
Yeah. But, hey.
Oh yeah, I got tagged lap 1. I was
Yeah.
in the dumps and I just kept putting on different tires for each safety car, setting myself up for the end.
Yeah, no, hell, I mean, hey, it worked out. I mean,
Yeah,
there
for
was a whole
sure.
bunch of different. That was the one thing about today's race. There was a whole bunch of different strategies that came to play. I mean, there was some people were on softs and mediums and hards throughout the whole race. So it was just all in all, outside of the safety car sandwich meet that we had in the middle there for like 10 laps, where we had all of the safety cars. It was very good racing on on the other parts.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good fun. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I think going into the last 2 rounds, I guess what your drive today does is all those people that we see retiring in the pits because they have a bad start to a race.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good advertisement for just sticking things out, being patient.
You will
I'm
never see me retire in the pits. I will go down into the wall before I retire in the pits.
yeah. Well, there's only like once I think I've done that, which is when I was a lap or 2 down, and I
Yeah,
was just
then it's
getting in the
acceptable.
way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Only acceptable time is being lapped. If you're not lapped, stick her out. A safety car is gonna come. It's inevitable.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Especially, I mean, if you got one lap left and you're a lap down and you're like in 15th or 16th, then hey, it is, I mean, anything can happen, but still, it's, that's the only time that I would say it's acceptable. Even so, I probably wouldn't do it last time I tried to do that, I crashed into the pit wall and retired there. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just don't do it. You just save
Well, thank
yourself.
you.
So,
Yeah,
but
good stuff.
great.
Thank you. I'll see you guys later.
Semtech, take care. Good luck, and good luck next week around
Thanks.
wherever it is we're racing next week. Monza. That's it. Right then, where is our race winner? Is he still in there? He is. He's muted, but we'll bring him in. Move to MRL box 1. Mr. Kermit, good evening, sir. You are muted if you can hear us. There it is. I can see the mute button's disappeared. Good evening. Well done, sir. Congratulations on your race victory.
Thank you.
Yes, that was a wild one, my friend. I don't know how you saw it from your angle, but I mean, the first 10 laps there was no safety cars, and everyone was in a DRS train, and everyone was battling all the way through the field. So I don't know what it was like from your view, but it looked great from here.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. I was honestly expecting there not to be many safety cars after the first laps went so well,
Hmm.
but obviously it didn't end up like that. And I think I had some clean racing today. Maybe a few moments with some people, but otherwise it was good.
Yeah,
Yep.
People
it
did good.
looked pretty clean from where we saw it. When you had those fresher soft tires on towards the end, I think you demonstrated fantastic patience. Where you could have made some silly maneuvers and you didn't. You held off. You held back to give yourself an opportunity to actually make passes at the right spots on the track that didn't cause any issues further on down.
Yeah, I think I really developed my ability to be patient over time. Like in the past, you probably remember I've had incidents a lot more than this season, especially. I've been really good. And yeah, it's just important to be patient with your moves when you know you're quicker.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, especially if you know you're quicker. I mean, either the person in front is going to make a mistake, or you're just going to be able to go past them on the DRS straight. It's inevitable. But especially today, I saw a bunch of good. I saw some questionable racing from some people, but for the most part, it was a very clean race. So we're happy to see that as commentators for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, we are. Absolutely. That obviously changes things in terms of the championship. We've got Monza next week. The tier 2 is by far the closest contested championship throughout MRL, as far as I can tell anyway, unless my maths is completely wrong. I still think we're going to have plenty of people challenging for the title. Looks like you're going to move provisionally to the top of the standings. What's your thought process?
Yeah.
How is that going to affect the way you prepare over the course of the next 2 weeks?
No, just gonna keep it the same every week. I don't think I need to practice extra, or if I should do anything different in terms of the race strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Just race normal, and yeah.
Well, you
Yep.
sound both confident and you also sound calm and collected, which I think was demonstrated in the drive-in today as well. So congratulations on your race win. Let's hope that it sticks. I think I only saw you get into one tiny little incident, which actually wasn't your fault. You started to lose the back end on the banked hairpin, and I think
Oh,
Mark drove into you and kept you on the track.
Yeah, yeah. On the banking, I didn't lose on my own. I got hit by someone. I don't know who it was yet.
Ah, right, okay.
Well, either way, it worked out well, and we will see you next week at Monza.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Take care, Kermit.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Have a great one. Take care. Okay, Jim, that's it.
That's it. What a day!
Friend, for another week.
What a race that was today.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that race today. I thought the racecraft, apart from that crazy section in the middle, I thought the racecraft was good. And we saw 2 outstanding recovery drives from Semtex and Chile today, We saw some great patient driving from Kermit to get himself the win. And let's not forget Freddie. I know Freddie picked up that 5-second penalty and dropped him all the way down to P8. But those guys had old tyres on. That guy was driving on 22 lap old medium tyres at the end there. So some decent racing.
Yes, definitely a good day of racing that we saw. Like I said, it was a bunch of a mess in the middle there. Those 10 laps of the 5 safety cars that we had, but everything else was pretty much excellent today.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. And we move on to Italy. It's Monza. I can't be here next week to commentate. I'm afraid I'm at a theme park with my children. And we're staying overnight and going to the theme park again the following day.
That's what old people have to do. We have to take vacations with our families. You know?
Yes, I know. Sucks, doesn't it? Damn families. Damn those families.
Well, I will miss you next week. I will be here, and we'll see you for the finale in
Monaco.
Where are we? Monaco.
Monaco finale for the tightest grid. The tightest grid in MRL will be racing in Monaco after Monza, of course. Good luck getting them all through turn 1 next week.
We'll do our best to get them through.
Cool. Everybody, thank you so much. My name's Andy Ragequit. That's Jim's Just Rage. The Rage Brothers were back, and we did ourselves another job. Take care. We'll catch you again next week. Jim, good night, mate.
Good night, everyone. Go watch Tier 1 NA after this.
Yes, Tier 1 and no assists. Go give no assists some love this week for sure. Catch you later, guys.